even Wendy has changed herself. If you look at her when she first started the show to now, she's not the same person. I know we all change, but yeah, this situation is just weird. Because when you think about it too, Karen Huger, don't even get me started on her. Karen Huger, the queen of not taking accountability, the queen of acting as though she is all that and then some. And don't get me wrong, that woman be having her hair did and she be dressed, but she be in such denial. She's in such denial about her life, about everything, that it brought her to a point of getting arrested and put in jail for a DUI. And she just literally got out of jail earlier this year. And now the stuff with Wendy. Teresa Giudice. Remember her? The Real Housewives of New Jersey, which, by the way, they just put that show on hiatus. She did like 41 months in prison with tax fraud with her husband. This is what her husband did. You cannot think you're above the law just because you are on television. It's because you're famous. Baby, the rules still apply. And actually, they're worse when you're famous because a lot of times people want to make an example out of you. They want to make sure that people that look up to you and see you, they realize that, yes, they committed these crimes, but if you commit them, this is what's going to happen to you in that. Okay. And even when you think about Jen Shah, she tried to hide what she was doing with all that money and stuff. She's still sitting in prison right now for wire fraud. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. I'm pretty sure there's more stuff that we are missing right now. So here's my problem with this, okay? And I just said this earlier. Why do housewives think they're above the law? Like, man, you're not untouchable at all. You're not Olivia Pope. This is Bravo. And Andy Cohen ain't taking no charges for you. Andy Cohen will, they got to go. And that's what's happening. Matter of fact, since this Wendy news dropped, what I read online, I know this sounds gossipy, but this is what I read online. Apparently, they picked back up the cameras to record what's going on. And they canceled the first episode of the Housewives wife swap since Wendy was arrested. Are we going to get this series? Are they going to do with this series as they did with Real Housewives Girls Trip? You know, that series is gone because of Brandy Gladville and Caroline, what's her name? From Real Housewives, Manzano. Yes, Caroline Manzano. I need to get all these names right while I'm up here talking about people. That whole franchise went away. Like, we don't even get that no more. And it was actually kind of fun. And so, yeah, you're on Bravo. You're not above the law. You need to follow the law accordingly. And this is why I said that I'm kind of disappointed in Wendy, personally. I know she's going to explain herself till she blue in the face. But I'm disappointed in the fact that she let what she already had go in order to be on this show. And I don't even know if that's real, but it just seems like as soon as she got a little bit more famous on the housewife side, all the other stuff that she was working on is just like no longer valid. Like, I wanted to see more of her being a professor and working with other students and bringing up the next generation of future leaders, you know, or, you know, her commentary, being a Black woman talking about political views on shows like CNN, on networks like CNN, MSNBC, The Griot, being in magazines discussing these things. I think that there was a bigger calling in that. And for her to change all that up, because life changes, it's kind of disappointing because it's like she's going down the same road as every other housewife that's on there. And it doesn't make it as exciting to see this Black woman on television. I'm going to be honest with you. In that, I'm not excited to see a lot of the Black women on television because a lot of times they're being petty and they're fighting with each other, but that's a whole nother subject. So honestly, when you zoom out, it's wild and it's messy. It's wild how much this franchise has become so messy. It's like a social experiment that has gone really, really bad. The lawsuits against Andy Cohen, cast members suing Bravo, Nene Leakes, anyone? It doesn't feel like reality television and more like a case study in chaos because these women will do anything to stay relevant, even if it means breaking the law, but not actually getting caught in doing that. So I guess we'll eventually find out the real tea on Wendy's situation. I just really wish these women would stop breaking the law. Just follow the law so you can still be famous. Live a life of luxury, but do it legally. Okay.